everybody. Welcome to the stream. Let's get it started. Hello, everybody. My name is Atum Sphinx. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Tonight, we have some good games ahead of us. Hopefully. So those of you who are joining on YouTube, thank you so much. Those of you on Twitch and Kick, thank you so much. We are going to continue streaming, multi-streaming with all of those. Please be sure to click follow, like, share, subscribe, all of those stuff. I'm streaming every day, as well as I'm posting on YouTube predominantly. That's my main channel. So like I said before, go ahead and subscribe to that. Now, moving along, we're going to start today's stream off with some Hearthstone ranked. But we actually just started the new season for the month of August, so I wanted to show the deck that I'm planning on climbing with. Many of you already know that I love to play Leyline Mage. I've tested it in so many different ways, and now I'm looking at a version that I think no matter how many losses or wins, I'm going to stick with this one for the month of August and try and get Legends with this one. My wife told me earlier today that she wants to see me in the Masters Tour in the future. I never really considered myself trying to do that, but let's see if we can get there someday. Yeah, so let's go ahead and show you all the actual deck that I'm working with today. Right, so here we have what I'm calling my August Legend 2026. I'm gonna break down each card really quickly so that way you guys understand my thought process before I even get into the duels. Duels, you know. Yu-Gi-Oh! Just all right. So starting with the first card up here, Time Twisted Seer. Excuse me, you guys should be able to hear it. Yeah, with Time Twisted Seer. The reason I got this one is because I'm a mage. I'm gonna have a lot of damaging spells from the hand, but more so because he puts a lot of pressure on the field. Even if I wasn't going to use a damaging spell, people tend to see a minion like him with 1/3. You drop it on turn 1 most of the time, or you get it drawn from a card that's free. Whatever the reason, when people see him, they try to get him off with like the perfect amount of damage, and that's hitting something for 3 is always not always the easiest. So that's why he is in the deck. And yeah, he does cause problems if they do leave him up. Violet Spellwing, this is a staple. This is Yada Garuzu for you Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there. So yeah, this one generates arcane missiles, which combos nicely with Archmage Kalik later on. If you save those missiles, he can buff them by 1. Winter Spring Whelp, also, this is nice. I usually use it on, I usually search for some type of discover or draw card, but if I have some monsters on the field, then my other priority is to try to buff those monsters with, like, I think the spell is called Toil the something. It adds some like 2 cards to your deck that would damage your health, but it buffs each monster on the field. Something like that. That's a good one I like to use him with. Faceless Enigma is the new addition to the deck, and I'm going to be honest with you guys on why I'm adding this. I am adding this one because this feels like playing a secret for 2 instead of for 3. And I've won a lot of games by just doing a really big play and then dropping this at the end, like just maybe free or whatever the cost he is, but typically 2 is fine anyways. Dropping this down at the end and making sure that setting myself up so that whatever my opponent does, he has a hard time recovering from what I just did. That's why this is here, instead of just putting a secret where it's 3 cost or whatever the reason. That's why this is here. I'm also really building this deck more so to have monsters on the field. I've had a lot of problems. Let me listen real quick. I won a lot of games. Okay. Just wanted to check my own stream really quick to make sure the sound's coming in good. Yeah, I've had a lot of games where he's just been really crucial, so that's why it's in here. I would have loved if it was a 2/3. Make sure you set up plays where you aren't. Welcome to the stream. I see you, Laima on YouTube. Prosperous love to you. I'm breaking down the deck right now. So yeah, I've just used him for a lot of great plays, but try your best to, whatever the secret is that he generates, try to use the one that's best for your next turn. And typically what I'll try and do, just so I don't overthink it, I give my opponent whichever secret is the lower number. So if it's like a hunter secret and it's a 2 cost versus a mage secret that is a 3 cost, I'm gonna take the mage secret almost every time, unless it's like the explosive trap and I need to clear the hunter's board or something like that, or clear a board. Khadgar is necessary for this deck because this deck just summons a bunch of things all of the time. The Leyline package is completely here except for we drop Bursting Leyline down to 1. If you didn't get all the other Leyline stuff off, this can feel really brick in your hand. Like, okay, yeah, you just hit a big monster, but it's random. So you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why we run this at 1. And with the champion here, Leywalker, you'll probably get another generation of it anyways. So many different plays can go off with that. We have one Smoldering Grove. Smoldering Grove tends to stress me out a little bit. I mentioned that in the stream the other day. Like when it gets in my hand, any card that really has that fire effect where it's like you got to get this out of your hand quickly, I don't like those cards that much. But I understand that this is still better than Arcane Intellect. Oops. Yeah, this is still better than the Arcane Intellect, so because it's 2 costs and it, you know, has the opportunity to possibly draw more than 1. So that part. Arcane Barrage is in here at 2. It's actually really good. It's a great board clear. One other thing I always try to do with most of my spell damaging cards for this deck is, if possible, if you're not too far behind your opponent, always aim the main damage at their face. So if you're going to Arcane Barrage, it says, you know, 3 damage to an enemy. That 3 damage should be going to the face of your opponent, and the other 2 to, or whatever the damage amount, to his monsters. Yeah, typically. Of course, you'll figure that out. Arcane Flow is in here for the same reason, board clear, but if you put this at 2, it can clog your hands and cause you to overdraw. I've overdrawn so many times when I've ran this at 2. And got too greedy at some points where I tried to get the shatter instead of just using the cards as individuals. So many different reasons. Great card, run it at 1. Archmage Caleb, we already said that, buffs all of the damage spells. I'm running Surge Needle at 2. I just actually bumped down the Bursting Leyline for this at 2. I'd rather play the monster with the big butt than to just have this as a dead draw in my hand. This is to also most of the time do the same type of thing as Faceless Enigma. The only difference is it helps me if I don't have anything on a turn 1 to just prepare him. So this is kind of a card you are okay with having in your hand turn 1 if you don't have any other plays, any other 1 drop. These are the main generations of the deck. Don't get too greedy with these. If you could summon a 6 on 4, do it. You know, if you don't have any other play. And Jailhouse Mana Storm is the main must get down legendary as soon as he touches your hand and can be put down. Once he's down on the field, from there you just want to keep playing spells. And one of the best plays to have set up is him on 5, Arcanomicon on 4, or excuse me, on 6, and then that would summon a 6 monster. You could use the unlock one, which would reduce the Leyline cards by 2. Then you'd use Leyline Nexus. That would spawn a 0-cost monster. The only 0-cost monster that it can spawn is a, well, I can't even pull it up on my deck to show you it, but it is a taunt minion with 0 attack and 1 health. So that's just something to keep in mind whenever you're doing this deck. Any 0 cost after you play Mana Storm will summon a taunt monster with 0 attack. And then Spellweaver's Brilliance, anytime you get that in your hand, and you could typically fire off with this when Khadgar's down, that would summon multiple, or when you Arcane Barrage, but Arcane Barrage will need just a little bit more damage. It'll definitely do it if you get Archmage Kalik and they have 2 monsters and you go face as well. But if you don't get the Archmage Kalik, you might need a Arcane Missiles to get it off. So that is the main deck. That is what I'm planning on running. I had really thought a lot long and hard about it, guys. I could have ran some Ruined Orbs in here. I could have added the tech of, technically any of this really is a technical cards, but that's why, so I wouldn't have picked up any more secrets, but Eternal Firebolt is always a good add. Shoot, you could have even added maybe Trixie Improviser at 2, but it might get a little too cluttered in your hand. But long story short, the reason I chose this deck too is I spent some time earlier today play testing with it. I played about 7 matches, and out of those 7 matches, I lost 2 matches, and they were easily my fault on why I lost those. So in my mind, I went 5-0 before, because I did go 5-0 before those 2 losses. And I know that's not a lot of statistics to run on it, but for me, that was enough confidence in it that I could be like, all right, well, let's at least commit to this. I can figure out all the other inner workings and combos later on. But I'm pretty good with this deck, so I've already ran some of those matches, like I said earlier, to play test. We're going to go ahead and get into the main matches now. As you guys can see, I think at the end of our last stream, we were at 400 wins on our mage. And now we're at 416. So I did a lot of different testing earlier today, but now this is live, baby. This is live. It's possible to obtain the code to test also. Yeah, man, after this match, I'll post the code into the chat. Or actually, I can do that right now. I do have my HS replay up. Let's see. That code, where are you at? That.
You have my attention. Prepare to face your mightiest foe yet.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me get this. Actually, he can wait. Let him cook, guys. Trying to get this code up. Selected version. No. Oh, here we go. I think options. Come on, why are you making it difficult? Ooh, we're playing up against Ashara. Okay. There we wait, no, that's not the deck. August Legend. Here we go. Export. Copy code. Got you. Prosperous love. Here is the code.
I've got to use cunning.
All right, nothing on turn 1. That's fine. Turn 2, we'll play Mystic Rune Saber. Okay. So yeah, I did see Mage trying to use this same Discover deck in the Masters tournament just now. So let's see how this is my first time going up against Discover Mage in a long time. Let's see if they got any juice in them. As a Mage player, I typically know, and I know that Discover tends to be a lot slower, so we're going to add a lot of pressure to his face. Yeah, that's just the game plan. We'll add pressure to the face. Okay, he got 2 discovers off. Let's see what his plan is from there. All right, we got the Archmage. I don't know if I'll play him on 4 exactly. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. We could clear up his board and give him some damage, some pressure on him. Right. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, we're gonna play Surge Needle, and then on 5 we're gonna summon our monster. I normally would want to draw, but like I said, I'm trying to go in on this guy as soon as possible. She is the engine too, guys. Though she is also another, if you get her in hand, you want to play her. Either way, all of these plays aren't bad, but we're gonna go with the bigger butt this time, because I like big butts and I cannot lie. All right. So that way, next turn we have a 7 drop that makes him very scared. 2 7 drops actually. No problem. Laima 45. I hope you get some wins with this deck. Like I said, just keep pushing through. You get the practice, you get the understanding as it goes on, but this is a pretty good version of the deck. There's some burstier versions, of course, but you don't got to worry about that. If you wanted a different version, you would have asked for a different version, so let's leave it at that. You would have been like, Atum, this deck is terrible, bro. Okay. That one's a little bit gnarly. Reduced his spells. Ah, Void Soul. What a broken card, man. Alright, he's got 2 more discovers he can do. That's alright. We're gonna just go straight at him. We're gonna go straight at him, guys, with this. Right, perfect. And we'll get that off the board. Now we got a 6/7. 6/7! Oh my god! I didn't think it would come up that soon in my streams, bro. 6/7. There you go. It came up. It came up. We're going face. We're gonna drop Laywalker, Mystic, and then draw next turn. I think we'll do something along those lines. He's really cooked right now. He's upset that he doesn't get this kill, and I really want to just frustrate him even more if I do this. And then yeah, let's just all right, if we do this one, we'll get the draw at stronger. All right, and then we draw 2 more. Okay, we're not gonna play that because okay, we'll keep both of those because we want him to be able to get back to full. But I'm not going to go Wombo into the face. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna sacrifice this 6. I know. Yeah, totally. Okay. Yeah, let's save those because they're 0 cost. I don't need to add them on the field right now. I didn't have more damage from my hand. I would have had to search anyways. I wasn't so worried about it, guys. I just didn't want, when he kills this 7, which you know he's going for, I wanted it to be able to reform at the highest peak that it could. All right, he played the okay, increase the effects. How did he get that to double up? What did he do? How did that just double up?
I cannot hold more cards.
Okay, I never seen anybody do it twice like that, guys, but we're gonna just first off, so this is where I was talking about earlier. I'm gonna play him at the end of this turn so that way my opponent feels pressure. There's no other way of saying what I wanted him to feel. He needs to feel pressure. We're gonna drop this down. We're going to play, no, we're gonna do this. Hit. There. And then drop this down. We could get an explosive trap. No. After your opponent casts a spell, he has no minions to attack me. I'm not planning on attacking any of his minions. So let's go with pressure plates. After your opponent casts a spell, destroy a random enemy minion. No. Stick with Oasis Ally, guys. Stick with what I said. Let's go with the bigger monster. All right, end turn. Perfect. I would have loved it if it was counterspell, but it wasn't. Okay, Blizzard, that's fine. Come on. All right, we get some draw. He got some draw. All we need to do is fire off one nice thing right in his face. And he helped us out just now by playing a monster. Majorly actually. Okay, he's running the Arcane Barrage. That's fine. He's got Ruined Orb. That's fine. Yep. It all comes down to us just drawing. We're gonna draw one and basically shoot him in the face, and that's gonna be game. So Nice try. Thank you for being our first test on the stream, bro. Good game. I don't see you coming back, but I really don't know how this guy is getting like 2 bonuses of stuff. That's kind of crazy to me. Come on. All right. We're gonna draw. Yeah, we'll draw. I don't know what that 2 is. Oh, that's what I gave him, right? Okay. Well, that's fine. We gave him the pressure plates. All right. We'll do this. I think that's game. Thanks, bro. Right to face. Remember this day. Tell everyone about the day you faced Atum Sphinx. Well, you can't because, you know, you lost, bro. You're gone. You're gone. If this was do or die, you lost. Guess what that meant? I'm just going in. But yes, man, that was a great first match. That's exactly why I don't run that deck. And I believe you all should take my advice, because instead of whoever that guy's advice was just now, because he lost to me. So I'm the champion talking about this at this moment. And yeah, that deck is too slow for Mage. Mage is extremely slow in right now. And I know that sounds so funny to say because there's Burn Mage, there's ways of getting a lot of damage off, but survival wise, Mage is too slow to get a lot of its plays off at this time, and it doesn't really have armor or healing as much as it did in maybe another format. So discover Mage, you gotta be really quick with that. You gotta, every card you play has to discover 2, period. So no, I wouldn't have played that deck, even though I genuinely like Discover Mage, because I personally feel like Mage needs to be more wacky. Like it should be like, I don't know, more illusions and trickery. Like I feel like Mage class should be more of an illusionist. Like mirror images should really be mirror images, and somehow to incorporate that into the card game. But we'll see. Regardless, let's get into our next match against the meta Demon Hunter. This deck had went up against, I want to say I played against, all right. I'm actually going to get all of this out of our hand, even though Mana Storm is what we're looking for. If I could get it off of a draw at a reduced rate, it'd probably be better. Yeah, so I played up against, out of those five wins that I had with no losses, I played 3 of them against the same Demon Hunter deck. So I'm actually quite confident in the abilities of this deck against that deck. But it starts with Leywalker. So if I get turn 1, great. Nope, no turn 1, that's fine. We're going to coin out the Leywalker for the next turn. And end our turn. Yeah. So yeah, the Void Soul deck, it's got like what, 1 more day left, or a few more days left of before it gets completely patched. And I think I'm not actually, my ear's not to the ground like that, but I believe it's getting patched, and it'll spawn less consistent, man. This deck can be consistent with those Void Souls and the Death Rattle mechanic. All right. Okay, thank you. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and draw, and then we're gonna drop down our 2 costs, I believe. Great, and we can drop our 1 cost. So let's drop the 1 cost first. That's another thing, you guys got to know the order. Let's get Scramble for gears, because this deck that we're going up against is pretty fast. But yeah, the order you always want to do is drop the Faceless Enigma last. All right, and we have Counter Spell, or after your opponent casts a spell, destroy a random enemy minion. Once again, to stick with what I told you guys earlier, he can keep that. It's weak. I can make him kill one of these low-cost minions. But he's about to try and cast, he might try and cast one of his spells that are big, and it will just waste his whole turn with my counter spell. So let's see. Okay, nope, see, perfect. Counter spell did its thing. And now he's mad, so he's like, all right, well, I'm just gonna draw. That's fine. Yep, he should probably hit, and then he'll kill one of my monsters. All good, that's all fine. Because now we'll clear board and buff up. Yeah. We will hit first. Hit first. We'll do this. And then we'll get his monster off the board. He'll get mine off the board, but we both have a clear board. And I got a better consciousness. Okay. We need some draw now, guys. We need a our Laywalker gave us one draw, but we can also okay. We're probably going to try and use our 4 cost right now. Our 4 cost let's see. Not this one. We're talking about shooting that 5 out of the way because we don't want him to have such big damage on the field. And in one turn, we will drop. Yeah, we're good. Get this off the field. Turn 6 is here. We're going to go ahead and do our turn 6, and then we're going to use the version that triggers twice. The reason I'm going to do that version is because the best enhancement that this deck can have comes from Surge Needle. The reason I say that is because he's the biggest monster. Laywalker is the best card from Ley lines, but Surge Needle is the best. Okay, that's a good heal. This still needs to get played, but we could sacrifice Khadgar this play. And just no, it's not worth it. We're just gonna get the one in the middle. Like I said, it's the best one. Triggers twice. We'll take that damage, but then next turn we pop off. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's see. All right, he's got a nice board, but we have now a couple spells that can really pop off. We start with our draw. Actually, we're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna draw, drop Khadgar, do area, our Arcane Flow. I mean, and then see what happens from there. We'll drop Khadgar. We'll draw 2. Perfect. Perfect. We will nope, if we play this, then we can't do this. So we'll do this. Perfect. We'll do this. Then we'll draw again. That can stay at 0. Ah, that's so nice. All right, well, next turn we'll be able to handle some stuff. But no, look, we lost, guys. I think he's got too much damage on the board. I didn't even see. Yeah, he's got too much damage. Ah. Yeah, it's a tough deck. It's a tough deck. Like I said, expect to lose every now and then, guys. I probably could have done my 6 drop on 4 instead and might have added a little bit more pressure. But that's all right. We're going to jump straight into the next match. Make sure you guys hydrate. I've been talking a lot too. This is my masala chai. So for those of you out there from India, my Indian family, I drink my masala chai every day. Rastafari. All right.
Versus Illidan.
I make my own fate.
Okay. We will go. We'll get rid of the Archmage this time. We'll do Smoldering Grove. We'll keep Smoldering Grove. But let's try and find one. So we go 1, 2, 3. Okay. We got Khadgar. We got Khadgar, but that's all right. Khadgar is like a turn. We got to start playing Khadgar a little bit earlier too. Like just like yeah, he's great for the deck and everything, but sometimes I hold him too near and dear to my heart, and then he never really gets to shine when he should have. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm actually really going to be doing a lot of different styles of playing this deck specifically, because I have run it for all of last month, so I know a lot of different ways I've fallen into continuing to play it, and I just want to make sure we don't fall into the same thing over and over again. You know what card I actually don't like that Demon Hunter has? All of the Void Soul stuff, that's one thing, but they have a card that's like, I don't know what it does specifically, but it basically says do 5 damage to, like, not your opponent's board, but it has some type of verbiage where it's like if this card's outcast, then it shoots both minions on the sides of your opponent's board twice or something. All I know is I've had monsters fill up my board almost. No, be realistic. I've had like 3 monsters on the field at one point, 3 or 4, and Demon Hunter has just played that out as an outcast card, I think, and just I saw him just clear my board for like 25 damage on board. It was ridiculous, but you know, that's Hearthstone. Things get ridiculous. I'm wondering what he's got going on. He's really putting a lot of thought into a deck that's been at the top for like 3 months. Oh wow, I didn't know he was going to play the engine for his deck. I never saw that coming. Like genuinely, guys, I did not see that coming. Not genuinely. Let me not lie to y'all. All right, we got this. Oh, it's 2 6-drops. Yeah, this is a one of those occasions where I'm like, I'm not gonna hold it, guys. I'm not gonna hold it too long. Because for all I know, one of those 6-drops has life steal, and I'm not using its potential. I've definitely like to stop when I reach 8 though. I haven't really gotten a lot of good 10 drops on those plays, but you get to 8 with the okay. So greedy. This is better. This is better. Yeah. Yeah. See? Use it. 2 for 1. I don't know what the Divine Shield guy does. I normally don't like hovering over my cards. I don't want my opponent to know I don't know what's going on. I want him to think I planned for High Lord for Dragon. Divine Shield. After a friendly minion loses Divine Shield, give a minion in your hand +5/+5. That's wonderful, because the only minions in my hand I was going to play on turn 6 anyways. It's either going to be Khadgar or Surge Needle. All right, come at me, bro. I'm not going to attack that monster. So, oh, gosh. Oh, man. Actually, let's just go face, guys. Yeah, let's just go face. I'm gonna do this. Nah, that's bad. But I really want the Khadgar. I really want Khadgar to get buffed, or Mana Storm, really. If it's Mana Storm next turn, what else will we play with it?
All in due time.
All right, I figure his 5 is going to try and hit one of my 5s. Yep, let's make him overdraw. Let's make him overdraw. That's probably better, the best thing I could say. I don't know. That felt weird for me, not going face, but I think making him overdraw this turn, yeah. Yeah. See? That's exactly what we wanted to do. Okay. He can spam his whole board with that if he wants to this turn. That's his prerogative. My prerogative will be to bursting Leyline every monster he just summoned. It's not turn 8. I wish it was, but it's okay. We can go Khadgar, bursting Leyline. Okay. Khadgar, bursting Leyline. Okay. This. We'll do this. All right, we'll get that off the board. Yeah. I know that was risky, guys. That was risky. But I don't see how he's got this if he does have it here. So let's see. Excuse me.
My people will
Oh God, okay. Okay, his turn 7. He deserved a strong turn 7. He did. I will give him that. All right. We need to get somebody off the board. That somebody's going to be this 2. Okay. We'll get you off the board. I really want to do this. Yeah, that. Because I don't want no problems with my stuff. All right, let's do this. Okay. Get that off the board. I don't want it to be easy for him to just out of nowhere maybe be able to hit me face. We got a 6 off the board. We have a 10-10. All right, last turn. Let's see. He's got a bunch of different cards. Okay. He'll be able to summon like a 10. Just don't give him any. See, that's what I was trying to really avoid. Him being able to play a monster that could hit me face. Okay. What we got, guys? That's not enough. That's not enough. We hit here with 6s. Okay. Man, this deck is infuriating, man. Those Void Souls is just too much.
Due time.
escape is in my grasp.
It's just too much, man. Freak.
Your fate is twisted with ruin.
All right, guys. That one's annoying, man. That's all right. All right, so we lost those two just now. Demon Hunter is tough, guys. Don't beat yourself up about that. He has a card that he can spam, like spam get, and it can summon. It's one cost, and it can summon up to 9, 10. That's all that happened. He literally just went 1, 1, 1, 1, and it was 5, 6, 7, 8, and I was doing everything I could. I maybe just need to try. Once again, I'm gonna just keep trying to work on making it happen sooner. So I don't need that. Just pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. Let's start by playing 2 monsters down. One will be Winter Spring, the other will be Time Twisted. And then next turn we'll go Mystic Rune Saber. And then Leyline. Oh, we already got his card, okay.
Your fate is twisted with ruin.
Okay. Discover a rune card, shuffle cards into your deck. No, let's discover.
Job's done.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah. All right, so we got the 2 monsters down. We're gonna do Mystic Rune Saber. Hold on. There we go. Okay, see what I was saying, guys? Whatever he just did, I wasn't paying attention, but they tend to try really hard to get him off the board, and that's all fine. He weak, and that's what we're about. Maybe one of my main things that I probably should start practicing is not always trading so much. I just like to see my enemies board completely clear because I don't want to give them a chance to do something random, but you gotta let people play the game, I know. And part of letting them play the game is letting them play the game. All right, we got our Laywalker, so we're gonna go ahead and... Actually, no, we're gonna do this. Perfect, Khadgar free. All right, that's really a good thing for us, guys. All right, and... Whenever this attacks, refresh mana crystals equal to this minion's attack. It's got big booty, and I like big booty. Oh no, guys, let me stop playing with it. I'm gonna use that one though. All right, we're gonna drop the... It can do stuff, and I want to get this out of my hand by turn 5.
To make a wager, friend.
Okay. Actually, yeah, no, we're going to we got to get his guy out of the hand. It's a problem. I don't want to go turn... Those are kind of beefy, bro. That's a lot of damage. Okay. It's really nasty. Okay. Let's try and draw something good again. Come on. Okay. 2. We can do 2. And that, but we need to get that out of hand next turn, so we're gonna waste that turn on the draw. We have no choice. Yep, he's just gonna keep going face now. Does he have what he's looking for already? Can she be played on 5? I felt like she was a turn 6 card. All right, Oh goodness, we got Mana Storm, but we're not going to be greedy today, guys. We're going to go Khadgar and this, and drop this. All right. Okay, and then we will hit here. Can I draw again? Okay, no. All right, well, he can't half our health, but he's already got us at half health already, so it's all right. We had to sacrifice Khadgar just now, guys, and he still got the card back in my hand. Dang it. I don't know if she just halves your health at wherever it's at, or we'll see. I guess we'll see. Yep, golly, good catch. Okay, so she's a 4-drop. Good to know. For the future, we know she's a 4-drop. All right, I mean, if we leave now, guys, we got time to go try and do one more before switching the stream over to World of Warcraft. All right, so all right, let's go. Come on. Let's end on a win before going to World of Warcraft. Today on World of Warcraft video or stream, I think I'm going to do some more time walking. I really want to get this mount. So we're just going to queue up some time walking dungeons. What's today? Today is Saturday. It is Saturday. We're going to queue up some time walking dungeons, see if we can get some more tokens towards the mount. But get my mind in the right game first. We're going to go ahead and get started. We'll play you at a later time, I think. But we will see. So my strategy right now will be not to play the ones with the biggest butt. We're just going to play the ones actually that have okay, when an enemy minion attack, explosive room. Okay. That's good. That's good. I don't want her to get put back in the hand. So let's do oh, it discards this turn. Okay, we'll draw 3. Ah, felt like something bit me. Ooh, that's nice.
Your fate is twisted with ruin.
Okay, we'll keep her at 3. That's fine. Right. Ah, no, that's not who I wanted him to do that for, but that's okay. All right, let's she's the engine, but we're holding on to some cards too much, too much, so we'll go up and drop the 4. We'll play her and this one on 2, on 5. Okay. We'll do that. That. And yeah, we can stall. If he does something where it's where he clears the board, I think they still have equality, that's fine. Yep. That's fine, because we're just gonna go, we'll drop this. Well, actually we'll go with this. and then this. And this one we will put after your opponent casts a spell, destroy a random. No, we're going to freeze and trap. So we'll give him the pressure plates. He can destroy whatever random minion later on. Okay.
Calling for reinforcements.
Okay, he didn't do anything. Coward. We will hit. I gave him pressure plates. That's fine.
Continuity collapse.
Do that. Play this. We'll play. What are we gonna play? What do we want to play? We'll play this. 1 damage to all minions. All right, and all right, come on, hit the taunt. It's even better. Okay, and yeah, we'll do this too. Put the pressure on him. Get that. Hit him in face 4/7. All right. That took a little work, guys, but we got around it. It's great. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Cowardice. Okay. Let's go with this. And we are definitely going to choose Energize. Now we can draw 3 cards. We shall draw 3 cards. 1, 2, perfect. Let's get, okay. Let's just get one of them out of our hand now, which will be this. Yeah, I don't want to draw 3 again yet. It's because it's only reducing at 2. Yeah, we don't want to draw 3 yet. Next turn, maybe. That's fine. He won't be able to attack with any monsters without me sending it back to hand. But yeah, he just cleared the board. That's fine. We'll go Khadgar into Crystal Leylines. Yeah. Khadgar. Crystallized Leyline. Nice. Nice. We will also draw now. Nice. 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 Okay, and I think I'll just really just do that. I mean, yeah, that's fine. That is fine with me. All right, we got a good hand, guys. We got a good game. This is looking like the match that we wanted to close out on. I don't even know what that dragon is either, bro. What is this? At the end of your turn, give your other minions 1/1. Okay. I knew he was going to try and get that taunt one. So we're going to just try and go face, I think. Or, yeah. We'll keep hitting. Go there. And then this can do it 3 times, it says. Sure. That's really crazy. All right, 1, 2. Okay. I can do that again, but we'll just go wham, 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 this out of the way.
Free to jump in anytime.
Yellow. Tell everyone of the day you faced Atum Sphinx. All right, guys, that is great. We got the win. That's a great way to close out. We're gonna keep on climbing. I'll be doing some more ranked off stream sometimes, but more so on stream. But just for tonight, to satisfy my own cravings, we're going to go ahead and take a break. I'm going to close out this stream, but please stay on the channel because I'm going to be loading up the World of Warcraft stream. That is starting technically at 8:30 ICT, but maybe we'll say 8:35. I should be up and running with World of Warcraft. So once again, thank y'all so much for tuning in for the Hearthstone portion. I will be back to stream. Wow.